are you?
Come on over.
Hey, come on over.
Why don't you a little bit there.
Why don't you come on up on the casting couch?
I was going to join us here tonight.
Come on up. Yeah, this is Ivy. She's got ears as big as Dumbo, which is coincidentally the movie that we're going to be reviewing today.
Yes,
Would you like a chip?
We are here to review.
Come on. Be like Dumbo. Yeah.
Review
Work
Dumbo.
for it. Work for it, you circus animal, you.
Bill, you saw Dumbo this past Monday, I believe.
Yes.
A little early
press screening action.
Dumbo. I did not go with you, so I don't have any frame of reference for what the actual movie was like. But
yeah.
Just going off of the original, believe it or not, 1941 animated.
Yeah, I remember when it came out.
Yeah,
like
absolutely. We were doing the Lindy and getting ready for World War II.
Yeah.
It was good times. But, yeah, Disney has been in the game of reintroducing their classic animated movies to the live-action CGI hybrid kind of thing going on with things like Maleficent, Cinderella, Snow White and the Huntsman, Jungle Book, and now we're getting Aladdin, we're getting Mulan, Lion King later this year, and most recently now, it's actually, at the time of this recording, the first official release is tonight, being a Thursday night.
Ta-da!
Dumbo, the Disney live-action CGI hybrid remake.
Yes.
You saw it. Give me your initial impressions.
So, going into this movie, we had talked on one of our previous shows, what upcoming Disney movie were you most looking forward to? And I had said Dumbo, mainly because Dumbo wasn't fresh in my head for me.
Right, like when was the last time you actually watched the original Dumbo?
Exactly.
It's gotta be for me minimum 25 years.
I don't remember anything, so I would say at this point for me, I can wipe the slate clean and say, I haven't seen Dumbo. So this is like
for all intents and purposes,
right? I mean, so for the sake of this movie, I mean, this is like the first Dumbo that I've
nothing
seen
to really compare it to memory wise.
Exactly. So going into this, I was looking forward to see what Disney was bringing to an instant classic like that. And to be honest, I wasn't disappointed after watching it all. The movie... Hey, bud. The movie had a lot of prominent characters in the movie, and from that point, it was just a really interesting movie from the moment that it started. So you have guys like Danny DeVito in the cast, Michael Keaton.
Right, yeah, I wanted to get into the cast. Yeah, Colin Farrell, Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, Eva Green, Alan Arkin.
Right, Alan Arkin's in it.
Which members of the cast really stood out for you or really stole the show in terms of their on-screen presence or their charisma or whatever the characters called for?
Yeah. So once Eva Green's character came on the...
I was just rolling around on the floor and scratching it.
Just being a monster. Eva Green's character, when she was first presented on the screen, I mean, we all know she has that, rresting bitch face, and...
It works for her.
Yeah, a lot of her characters, her, just by...
You know what else works for her? Her personality. Hey! Anyway.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Tits. I mean,
I'm tits.
Eva Green. So when she came on the screen, I was thinking
Ivy got offended. That's a female.
Yeah. I mean, for somebody who has 8 tits. I mean,
as you're scratching yourself.
Yeah.
Right now.
Enjoy it. We know her type of typical casting in that sense. So when she came on the screen, she already exuded that type of personality, and I was thinking, oh god, I hope this is they don't just exploit that, and she's just naturally the mean villain type of person, because
she does command attention anytime she's on screen in any of her performances.
Because she was in Return to Oz as well, right?
Was that her? I think that was Rachel Weisz.
Rachel
wasn't
Weisz.
it?
Yeah. But in that sense, the personality, exuded that right off the bat. However, her character actually developed into a positive one throughout the process. And
spoiler alert. Yes. So, Bill, you just mentioned Wizard of Oz and Oz the Great and the Powerful. Earlier, as we were talking, you had mentioned that this adaptation of Dumbo kind of is reminiscent of Oz the Great and Powerful. Not that it's a direct remake of the original film, but it's kind of taking liberties from the original, adding a little bit to it, changing the story just a little bit. Talk to us about how that relates to Dumbo going from the animated version to this version.
Yeah, so what I meant by that was with the Oz movie, here you had a movie that also had, pretty star-studded cast, and...
Mila Kunis.
We can go down the laundry list, but I think everybody knows who's in the movie. James Franco. But with that movie, you had a, very well-developed cast, very diverse, and, they did a great job of building this whimsical and inclusive, world, within itself. And this movie does that. I mean, obviously, they're calling me right now about the review. 'Cause they want this review, like, yesterday. But... same thing with Dumbo. I mean, obviously, no real world is going to have, a flying elephant, of course. However, the movie does a great job of, making it this, special place where, you can go and see Dumbo, and it's all wrapped up in Michael Keaton's character, who just, owns a... like a theme park, let's say, and he employs the, the workers and such, and employs Dumbo in the sense.
What's he paying Dumbo? How much is he getting?
Minimum wage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for his talents, it's severely underwhelming.
He's getting paid peanuts.
Basically, circus jokes.
Yeah.
Well, but you'll see when you go and watch the movie that, it feels over the top. And when we talk about circuses and we talk about a flying elephant, it is over the top. And with the, the supporting cast all around, main cast, and, just the story in general, it was just a very, straight through, warm-hearted, nice movie all in all. I would just say that, if you're going to be taking your kids out this weekend, it, really just instills, a good feeling throughout the movie that you wish you saw more of in today's movies. Just, nice positive messages all throughout, and, the great acting that came from, people like Michael Keaton, who... It's a little odd because he starts with an accent kind of in the beginning of the movie, and then he slowly loses it throughout
What kind of an accent?
It's weird. It's like a weird, French European, French Canadian. I don't know. It's it's a kind of arrogant at first, but then he just goes into straight New York accent. So
okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
I would say Colin Farrell though, for being the lead character, didn't really steal the show, but I think he gives you just that consistency that you just needed from a main actor. Ava Green, I really liked her character and how it was developed throughout the movie. Danny DeVito just gives you exactly what you want, from a ringmaster.
Now, you just mentioned both Michael Keaton and Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I know. I thought I'd seen them in something else.
Big question here. Was there any kind of Batman Returns nod or reference or Easter egg or anything like that? Batman and the Penguin together again in film. Anything that you picked up on?
To be honest, I that didn't even come to my mind going into this movie because I didn't even know both of them were in the movie together. I'm not saying that there is or there isn't. There very well could be. I wasn't looking for anything, so I'd be excited to hear anything that our viewers that go and see this
Yeah,
movie,
if you saw it and you
see
found
anything,
something, definitely comment in the comment section down below and let us know. We'll be interested to see.
for sure.
But, as this is a live-action CGI hybrid, Bill, talk about just, some of the computer graphics and how it looked, compared to actual humans on screen and, how the whole technology aspect really worked or didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, I know with the 1940s Disney Dumbo, they used real elephants and ropes and pulleys, and, you had 800-pound elephants swinging from the rafters and stuff.
I don't think they did that way.
Yeah, no, I mean it's on.
It was a cartoon.
It's on internet.
No, it was a cartoon.
Nah, it's live action, bro. That's why this is live action CGI.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So, but the CGI in this movie, very seamless. In between the actors. I mean, there very well could have been, small animals and other dealings that were done CGI that I couldn't tell, but the CGI looked very good, and for some of the set work that was done in the movie, it's obviously that CGI, but it's probably similar to Return to Oz. It creates a little bit of decadence and exuberance, and that over the top that I mentioned that you would expect with with such a movie.
Okay. Now, speaking of the main character, obviously Dumbo himself, how did the character translate from cartoon to CGI live action hybrid, and how was he? Just as an overall character in this film.
Dumbo was cute, man. He was...
is Dumbo going to sell a lot of toys?
For sure. They're actually selling the toys in the movie, if you believe it or not, because, Dumbo in the later scenes of the movie...
That's right. Bud Light Lime.
And Dumbo. But later in the movie...
Let's call Anheuser-Busch.
Dumbo has,
AIDS.
That's the sequel.
He gets the AIDS.
He doesn't get the AIDS. Kids, he doesn't get AIDS. But Dumbo is the main attraction now at Wally World. So with Dumbo, he becomes the main attraction, and with the one shot there, families and everybody's walking into the main attraction, and what's right there by the door? A freaking concession stand of a guy selling stuffed Dumbos. And just like you would go to Disney on Ice, I'm sure, and there'd be a guy selling stuffed Dumbos. So the commercialism is already, evident in the movie. But you asked about Dumbo himself. The CGI, once again, looked really good. Transitioned flawlessly within within scenes and the interactions. Obviously he doesn't speak, so there's a lot of nonverbal communications, facial expressions, body language,
trunk movements,
yeah,
trunk undulation.
So there's a lot of that nonverbal, body language and emotional intelligence that you kids, anybody's going to be able to understand that from any perspective. So he's he takes a little time, I feel, in the beginning of the movie, a little slow to develop, but he comes into his own and really sets a tone for what was a pretty heartfelt movie, because it does have some sad moments throughout the movie.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to get into that because,
at the end.
If you've seen the original animated film, you know that this is one of Disney's more somber and borderline depressing movies with, the caging of all the circus animals, and, his struggle to, get back together with his mother and everything that entails with it.
Well, that's addressed right in the beginning. And
how did that portray, and how did it really, I guess, hit you in the feels?
Yeah. It was within the first 20-30 minutes of the movie, maybe even a little bit sooner than that, where that's right off the bat, that's the motivation for Dumbo throughout the movie. What inspires him throughout the movie and gives him a little bit of sensibility and some cause at the same time, as he's struggling to learn how to fly and things like that. Colin Farrell, his kids in the movie, who are circus trainers that are working with Dumbo, are working with him to, remember his mother and things like that. And there's some sad moments that you'll see in the movie, but yeah. So they definitely use that to propel his storyline throughout the movie. But it keeps you in the feels a little bit. I didn't walk out of there like, oh, that was a really happy movie. It wasn't like I'm going to see Minions or something like that. Right. But it definitely let you feel a range of emotions throughout the movie, and it did a wonderful job.
Did you feel like joining
keeping you in the feels
after this movie?
Nah, it's too much effort.
Okay, well, as we're gonna wrap
I'll pray for all animals everywhere.
Absolutely, we're gonna get wrapped up here, Bill.
Yeah.
But as we're getting out of here, sell me with a 30-second explanation of why I should go by myself or with my family to go see Dumbo this weekend. Sell me on it.
Okay. You like a big fucking elephant that makes you laugh and feels good inside, and you know what? You got an awesome cast that's going to sell it. That's what selling is all about, baby. Okay. Go see Dumbo with your freaking kids. Don't be a deadbeat. Go take your kids to the movie.
And finally, Bill, you have a very nice way of scoring or ranking your movies. We don't do a top 10 or anything like that anymore, or score out of 10 or out of 5. We're going to do our Tozzi snooze-o-meter, as Bill is wont to fall asleep during films. So, with 5 being the absolute most boring movie that will put you to sleep, and 1 being an action-packed, fast-paced film here, Bill, rank Dumbo 1 to 5 Tozzi.
Are we approving decimals?
Sure. Yeah, we can have decimals.
I'll give this a 4.2.
4.2 on the Tozzi snooze-o-meter. Remember?
Oh wait, you said 5.
That's 5 being the worst.
Oh, 5 being the worst.
Yeah, 5 being the worst.
All right, flip that around, baby.
Okay, so we're.
It'll be a
like a 2.2. 2.2.
Yeah.
2.2. Okay.
It's a good movie. Go take the kids, unless you're some deadbeat parent. And you know what? If you're going by yourself, well, it's a good fucking movie. So go see it.
See it. Alright, well, that's going to do it here for us at the Cinescape. Make sure you go out and see Dumbo this weekend, and after you do, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you found any Easter eggs for the Batman Returns movie, definitely let us know, and we will see you on our next show next Saturday.
Scan.